Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious minds, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Ain't coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
Someone who's a crypto or blood, a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UPK, we are what? Hot. That's us.
Straight out of 1 West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool out. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the tool out. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, hot, hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. We hot, 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 hot. How many fake groups must get dissed before they really figure out who the Lord is with? I'm about to burn Babylon with these bars of spit. Niggas swear they won't beef, well let's start some shit. I roll with warriors with swords and sticks, so keep stepping. Without a mind shit, this brotherhood is a weapon. This ain't nation we protecting, heading for Armageddon. They still in our breakdowns and trying to convert a gripper, trying to do the Lord's work, but he fell in love with a stripper. We can't afford to be playing around with the Lord. It's one God, faith and baptism on one accord. If you ain't a hot nigga, you might as well hit the morgue. My niggas gon' stand firm while you niggas fall on your sword. I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need the cool lot. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot.
H-O-T-T, what that mean? Don't spell it out. Home of the priest, got the truth. That's without a doubt. Niggas getting winded, need to breathe, cause they chasing clout. What the priest is banging out so heavy, gonna break it down. We in your town, boots is on the ground all year round. When the summer, spring, and fall, we prophesying to the clouds, so cry loud. I stay your ass at home, cause life is all about war. Don't make me go blasting chrome, and they go to each his own. Nah, to each his own. We taking over the world, bringing the prophets home. And I dare any of you fake niggas to stand in my way. You niggas is gay, you wearing purple panties, you great. Wearing your fringes on socks on the block, talking to cops, trying to make an arrest. Think you on West? We ain't calling you out, that's why no affiliation. We don't fuck with you out because we. And you know this, man. And if it ain't the UPK, then it's bogus, man. Your Honda had to remind us what the code is, man. And now we hot niggas, but we still the coldest, man. Because
if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
We set a blaze to the street when we prophesy to the wind. You be amazed with deceit, false prophets feeding our king. We set a fire to them lies in hope they open their eyes. Most niggas wouldn't see the truth even if it's written on the blinds. They peeking out to see the real priest who change their lives. Commander General, your hunter, the son that's out here to teach. You niggas done drop your swords, now you thieves like preachers. Looking for another way round and ain't got no discipline. Tainted worse than the warriors in Southeast Michigan. We aware that you been listening, visiting online. You ain't my bone on my bone, cause you ain't got no spine. You weak in the mind, your vision is so filled with your pride. And you can keep it cause ain't no cowards gonna hold our line. You out here led by individuals, practicing wicked rituals. And you ain't a hot boy cause you're falling what these bitches do.
Straight out of one West, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need the cool lot. Quick to pull the scriptures out, pull the two locks. It's the home of the truth, my nigga, and you not hot, 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 hot. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? Hot, 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 hot. And if I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?
And they turned us into the enemy. They turned us into the bad guy. They said the Native Indians were savages. Taino Indians were savages. The South Americans were savages. The Mexicans, the indigenous people of Mexico was savages when they was a peaceful, loving people.
We don't know where the hell we come from. We don't know anything about our culture. We know what we've been given. We try to emulate the oppressors. We don't even know that name Israel.
Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when I'm locked. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, won't bear what it's all about. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop. War scarf, black garment when I'm stepping out. Catch a body, bury him, fuck with the ock. It's UPK forever, know I'm talking about. I done fell in love with the Dower Dies. One West motherfucker, bitch, we outside. Take ground, wall ready, capped in the car. I keep 144 every time I slide. I'll stomp a heathen like a Tucky Yate. Jungle motherfucker hang with the mate. I'm not a Christian, homie. See, I keep the Drake. Brick gap the brick, and I ain't talking weight. Cry out, spare not. We on top, we them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when I'm locked. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, won't bear what it's all about. It's the home of the motherfucking truth. Undefeated, who is you? Lay it down, we can't lose when I'm chilling with the woo. War like a pebble, I'ma die like a truth. 10 toes down when I'm mobbing in my boots. No cowards, no excuses, ain't no motherfucking movie. And love with the world, got you niggas living stupid. Bitch, I'm not a rapper, fuck a Black Lives Matter or a LGBTQ. Y'all some motherfucking faggots. UPK forever. The white man is the devil. Young Hebrews on a whole nother level. UPK forever. The white man is the devil. Young Hebrews on a whole nother level. Bitch. Cry out, spare not. We on top. We them niggas taking over blocks. That's right. Cry out, spare not. Stop selling rocks so we can raise up the Lord's house. Cry out, spare not. Fuck a cop, spread the truth even when on lock. Cry out, spare not. We got the clout, whoa, bear what it's all about.
They were attacked by a vile mob of heathens and sinful men who sought to take their lives and stop them from raising up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Hey, shalom, y'all. About Shema Rashad, work a thumb, y'all. Shema thumb, about Shema Rashad. Preaching officer, I'm a one bar. Preaching officer, I see you. This our podcast, Crowd Spend Night. And what we do, we take viral videos going around on the internet, break it down to the people, give them a biblical narrative, biblical solution to what's going on out there.
Yeah, that's right. You know, some of the videos we do, we know are scripted, but other videos are actually real life. And the reason why we've entertained scripted ones is because it has something to do with Black and Hispanic everyday life. So again, like the brother said, we like to give our people that biblical solution so we can get out that hell that we're living in. You understand? And if I could, you know, like every week, real quick, shameless plug, we got the Cry Out Spare Not t-shirts, just like what the brother has on right there. You know what I'm saying? A couple different designs. Any size, any color, you can hit myself. I'm Wonka Boy up. We can get you a t-shirt. We do shipping and all. We also got the UPK Wear Kentucky, all the latest and hottest UPK approved apparel. You can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram at UPK Wear Kentucky. We can get you a shirt shipped to you, any size, any color. Also, Slacky, so you got that book? Yeah. The brother had wrote a book. If you could read the title song on Jam It Up.
A Hidden American Indian Contribution to Civilization.
To civilization, you understand? Howard Moore, a brother, officer of 1,000 out here in Kentucky, wrote that book. You know what I'm saying? You can hit him up on Facebook and get you a copy of that book. Also, the sister out here doing big things too. All the latest and hottest UPK approved apparel for the sisters. And you can hit her up at Yakata's Creations on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. With that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into the first video.
Only thing we going around the world,
yes,
getting Hermes appointments.
Yes.
So I be setting them up.
But that's like
traveling. What we be hustling.
Travel.
One time we went to Milan, they treated us like shit. They closed down the whole motherfucking store. I said, "Oh, they what?"
Did. We had
and fired the lady. I said, "We'll be back for you. I'll be right back."
We had an appointment, and they tried to act like it was.
I said, "Baby, you caught the wrong one today. She's very nice. Not I. We'll be back here. The whole store's closing down. We're bringing out Crocs and everything. You want some smoke? You done caught one. Like, I am crazy like that. Like
I like that kind of crazy.
What it is like. I said, "Oh,
yes."
Did
they fix it?
Fix it? Yeah. What? We was in the private room with champagne and macarons. We was up in there doing it. I said, "How many bags you got? 10?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take."
They brought out everything.
I said, "I take bathing suits. I'm buying silverware. I was living my best life." Chanel too. Remember that in Paris?
That was crazy.
Ooh.
What is wrong with everybody? It was crazy.
It was crazy. She touched this bag. This man said, "What did he say?" He said,
Don't touch, put back."
I said, "Ooh."
I said, but it caught me off guard because typically when it's like a exclusive situation, it'll say "don't touch." I can read, okay? Very much so, and I can see very clearly. And there was nothing that said "don't touch," and I'm in a merchandise store. Like, let me see.
Only thing we talk about is going around the world.
Yes.
Getting Hermes appointments.
Yes.
So I be setting them up.
But that's like traveling.
What we be hustling.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. You married to LeBron James. You worth $1 billion. If you divorce him, if you divorce LeBron James, you're gonna be worth 250 million at least. And all you and your friend talk about is going around the world making Hermes appointments. With all that money y'all, they got money that they could change the ghetto. You know, I know a lot of people talk about how Jordan's a sellout and LeBron ain't. Well, I'm telling you, money talks and bullshit walks. So, yeah, Michael Jordan might not speak up about black people getting shot by the police, but LeBron James, he got money to change people's lives, and his woman and her friend is on a podcast bragging about how all they do is go make Hermes appointments around the world. And then end up getting played, end up getting treated like they were just some dirty ass stinking niggas. You worth $1 billion. And you walk into the Hermes store and steal nigga. You still get treated like a nigga. And the reason why is because we keep seeking they love. Black people don't understand, when you not trying to build your own, then that means you're trying to seek other people's wealth. You know, you want to seek other people's dreams and lifestyles they living and stuff like that. And that's what happened with Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, he wanted to be white. That's just that simple. And most black people, especially the rich ones, the ones that was able to climb up through society, most of them, they just really just want to be white. They love their melanin, and they always talk about the melanin this and the melanin that. But spiritually, they just want to be white. Real talk.
I mean, this one a hard one because, you know, LeBron, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what make us different than other people, because we don't have a respect of persons.
Right.
People in the world would, I know you joking, of course, but I'm just saying people in the world would be dead serious. And they would not want to speak on this situation. They'd be terrified to, because LeBron James is worth so much money, they would feel like they're going to lose out on a couple dollars if they speak on, why the fuck is Savannah shopping at Hermes anyway? Why is not Savannah creating her own bag? They worth $1 billion. Why she ain't got some leather company in Italy? And well, my bad, tongue tied. So like, why don't Savannah got a leather company in Italy creating her own line of bags to sell? Why is she making Hermes appointments? Come on, man, Hermes bag $10,000 something plus. But she a billionaire, and she want to live like billionaires. She want to live like the white girls live. The white girls going in Hermes. They buying Hermes bags. You feel me? She want to go do that.
Right. So yeah, like you were saying, like just with that amount of money, I mean, they worth $1 billion. LeBron worth $1 billion, and the amount of money that they have, just alone, could turn away from Akron, Ohio. I could turn Akron, Ohio around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know he built a school out there. You know what I'm saying? But he still kind of messed up doing that because he made it a public school instead of keeping it a private school to where he could control the curriculum. But now the state and the government control the curriculum of that school. So I mean, I like LeBron, but yeah, he be what they call it, fumbling the bag. You know what I'm saying? He be fumbling. I ain't gonna say fumbling the bag because he got the bag.
I'm telling you, the reason why LeBron them will rather just be satisfied spending money. You feel me? The reason why they'd be just so satisfied with spending money and just like you said, bowing down to the curriculum is because they know if they don't play ball, the white man will come take all that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why. That's why most niggas is cool with just buying a chain. They like, man, fuck that. Nigga, I'm buying a chain before I build my mama house. Before I buy my mama house, I'm finna buy me a chain. because they know that the white man is coming. He's coming to take it somehow, whether it's Uncle Sam, some old shit you did, they're gonna bring up. Something they're gonna do to try to take that from you if you don't play ball.
Right. I remember because what's that white bitch told her shut up and dribble?
Yeah.
Told him shut up and dribble. And goddamn it, he shut up and dribble.
He shut up and dribbled.
You know,
because he realized like, damn, it wasn't worth it. He realized it wasn't worth it.
Because he seen what they did to Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? How they publicly hung him.
That nigga LeBron was sitting down with shirts on saying I can't breathe during the national anthem until they seen what happened to Kaepernick. When they seen what happened to Kaepernick, everybody stood up.
Yeah.
They seen Kaepernick, man. Kaepernick took the fucking San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl. You know, that ain't easy. It ain't easy to lead a team to the fucking Super Bowl, whether you win or not. Just getting there is an accomplishment where your name will be spoke of 20 years later. You feel me? And he did that, and they took his dream and his career from him.
Hey, so like to add to your point too, it's what 32 teams in the NFL?
It is.
It's not 32 quarterbacks that are better than Colin Kaepernick is today, even though he's been out.
It ain't 32 better than me. Nigga, I could get out there and throw some little slot passes or something.
Right.
I'm just keeping it real.
If you give me the ball, I can catch it then. How about that?
That's what I'm saying though, but he don't have a job. And LeBron and them know that, man. And like I said, and his woman, she just following his lead. You know? She ain't trying to make her own bag. She like, shit, let's go to Hermes. And then her friend egging it on. I don't know who this bitch is, but it always, every woman always got a dumbass friend. And it seemed like she the one. It just seemed like she the dumbass friend that every bitch got that make you make dumb decisions, even dumber decisions.
Like that.
I like that kind of crazy.
What it is like, I said, oh.
Yes.
I
Did
said,
they fix it?
Fix it? Yeah. What? We was in the private room with champagne and
caviar.
Like, who are you? She said they fixed it. Yeah, they fixed it. We in a private room with champagne and caviar now. Now we told them who she is. This LeBron James woman. This ain't just no regular nigga coming in here looking at these bags. This LeBron James wife.
Right.
So now, you married to a rich Negro. Okay, come in the back, get some champagne, caviar, and make y'all feel like y'all elite. Make y'all feel like y'all the rich and the famous, and now we'll take y'all money. We beg these people to take our money. That's basically what I'm saying. We're begging white people to take our money. Like if you telling me we ain't slaves, you a fool. If you telling me that these ball players ain't $40 million slaves, you a fool. Because they women out here is begging white people to take their money. The white people don't want their money. And these ball players' wives is begging white people to take their money. How much to turn these white-only pies into nigga pies?
Into a nigga pie. Yeah.
That's what's going on right here in 2026 from the movie Life. She trying to turn a white-only bag into a nigga bag.
Because like I said, if she had any slightings of dignity or even dare I say self-preservation or anything like that, self-respect, any of that, as soon as they challenged her and told her to put the bag back, she should have walked out the goddamn store.
Been gone. Her and her friend them should. All right, we gone. Well, let's go to the Gucci store. Let's go to let's just get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like damn, like that should have gave y'all some Jim Crow type of feeling. You know, some racist Southern vibes. Like, oh yeah, we don't belong here. We gotta go.
Shit, to be real with you, they should have hit Yakata up and got some of them bags from Yakata. Them bags is hard. Man,
come on. Could have got y'all together. But no, they can't because white girls ain't wearing that. You feel me? White girls don't want to. The white girls ain't UPK fresh. They want to be white girl fresh. You see, they got the white girls hair in their head. You Feel me? They ain't got no afros or no braids. They got the white girl hair in their head because they want to be white. Because they don't have no self-respect. You know, they don't have no pride in being black at all. That's why they want to dress white. They want to look white. They want to sound white. They want white friends so they can feel superior. They got low self-esteem. Right, on the white part, because they got low self-esteem. And when people got low self-esteem, they want to be around people that make them feel like they got high self-esteem. They want to buy Hermes bags to feel like they not just a dirty nigga from Akron. You know? They want to feel important. But what they should have done was started their own, but this should have inspired them to start their own purse line.
Thanks.
Should have started their own bag line and make all the black people come buy from them.
Hey, so like it, sir. The crazy part about it is Savannah got so much respect amongst black women. She could make millions off of a purse line.
Man, overnight, she gonna have a profit. Overnight, she gonna have a damn profit. And she married to LeBron. You know how many people love LeBron?
All she got to do is just attach his name to it, even in the background. But just her name alone will still make millions off of her back line. That's a fact. Man.
Yep, that's all she had to do. Call it what's her name? Savannah. Call her Savannah J. Come get you a Savannah J bag. You feel me? Right. That's all you had to do. But instead, we want to beg these people to take our money, man. Real talk. But
go ahead.
No, you got to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and she don't even have to charge $10,000 for a bag. She could give it to them little poor girls. You know what I'm saying? Price it to where the little poor girls in the ghetto can also support her line.
Yeah, real talk. Make it affordable like Shaq did.
Right.
Shaq made them Shaqs because he wanted to make people be able to get some shoes for the cheap because people was getting killed over them Jordans.
Right.
Real talk. Yeah, we could do it. We just choose not to. Self-hate. Real talk. But yeah, if I could, you go to Ezekiel 16 and 32.
I don't got an extra phone today. My phone is not gonna let me do it.
All right, bet.
It's a lock there.
Are you good? No, so yeah, this Ezekiel 16 and 32. No, wait, it's a lock it. It's a lot of feedback on your side. This Ezekiel 16 and 32. But as a wife that committeth adultery, which take of strangers instead of her husband. And that's exactly what we do. You feel me? We supposed to be married to the Most High. But instead, we keep trying to marry ourselves to these heathens. You know, we want to marry ourselves to the other nations, man. And that's what we doing. We committing adultery. When we go out and we choose their belief, their lifestyle over what the Lord tell us to do, then we're committing adultery on the Most High. You hear me? We're committing adultery on the Most High when we will choose other nations over the Lord. They give gifts to all whores, but thou givest thy gifts to all thy lovers. Right? A whore is supposed to receive gifts. You know, that's what's supposed to happen. A whore is supposed to receive gifts, receive money for her services. But instead, what we doing, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're giving all our gifts away. We the whore that's dealing with all these different nations, and instead of them giving us something, we giving all of our strength away.
Right.
We giving all our resources away to them. We hustling backwards. You know, we hustling backwards trying to make these people love us, trying to buy their love, and it's just not working. It's just not working at all. Real talk. So yeah, that's all I had on that.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to the next video.
So we was up in there doing it. I said, how many bags you got? 10?
Yeah,
okay, we'll
they
take
brought out
this,
everything.
I said, I take bathing suits. I'm buying silverware. I was living my best life. Chanel too. Remember that in Paris?
That was crazy.
Ooh.
What is wrong with everybody?
Okay.
thank
Legal
you.
services.
Okay, thank you.
Did they
Yeah,
turn
everything
ankle
is,
monitors?
is okay. Okay.
Okay.
They only put this one only. Okay. After everything is okay.
For black people, shackles have a meaning that most of us as white people don't understand. But this brings back the feeling of being enslaved.
Okay, thank
Legal
you.
services.
Okay, thank you.
Look, where is the FBA niggas at? Where's the FBA niggas at? Because the FBA niggas said they foundational black Americans. You know, that the Hispanics, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, and stuff like that. They ain't go through what we went through. When I'm telling you, they going through the same shit. They been through the same shit. They going through it right now. They fucking granny going to church with an ankle monitor on. You feel me? They put ankle monitors on the Haitians. Why they ain't put ankle monitors on the Africans? You know, Africans is illegal immigrants. The Chinese is the biggest illegal immigrants in America. Why don't no Chinese people got ankle monitors on? Why the Ukrainians ain't got no ankle monitors on? Arabs got no ankle monitors on, and y'all at war with them right now. But nah, you did it to the Haitians, because I'm telling you, the Haitians are the chosen people of God. The Haitians and the so-called black Americans have the same type of thing going on, and that's oppression. We oppressed by the same people. We was enslaved by the same people. They just from Haiti, and we was living in America. That's it. That's the only difference. They was enslaved by the French. Shit, we would have been enslaved by the French if George Washington them would have lost. Shit, we would have been we bonjour too. You feel me? I'm just keeping it real. Shit, we would have been speaking French if George Washington would have lost. But they going through the same thing we going through because we the chosen people of God, and we can't outrun the curses, man. This is embarrassing. You know, they don't do this to child molesters. It's predators out here in America walking around living their normal life. They ain't got no fucking ankle monitor on. So you could track them and know where they at. You can know their location. But the Haitians out here, we got to give them a GPS tracker. So whenever we ready to deport them, we can find out where they at. Man, this is insane. Tell me.
For black people, shackles have a meaning that most of us as white people don't understand.
Yeah, and white people, you're not gonna understand. You're not gonna understand shackles until you get shackles put on you, and that's just how it is. The white people is never gonna understand. White people is never gonna understand what we went through until shackles get put on them. They're never gonna get it. They're never gonna sympathize with us. They're never gonna see it from our point of view until they're the ones going through it. And that's the only thing that's gonna fix what happened to us. The only thing that's gonna fix that happened to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians is white people need a fucking ankle monitor on them. White people need to be thrown in prison in mass incarceration. You know, white people need to go into slavery so they can see where we coming from. Because it seems like that's the only way they're going to ever see our pain, ever see why we keep complaining, ever see why we'll never agree and submit. You want to know why we keep fighting for this and fighting for that? Because you don't understand where we coming from. That's the reason, because you won't see where we coming from until you the one going through it.
Hey, Slacky, so not only do they not see it, they don't want to see it. They don't give a damn. And again, like you said, they show us every goddamn day they hate us. You know what I'm saying? Whether black, Hispanic, Native, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They show us in this country that they hate us. They show us outside this country, even to millionaires and billionaires. They still hate your black ass. You still a nigga.
Every day, all day long.
We got to come together as a people and learn. These motherfuckers hate us.
Right.
We
But
got to
you know
separate
why we
ourselves
can't?
from
You know
them.
why we can't come together? Because of rich niggas. Rich niggas is the reason why we could never come together. Rich niggas is too busy. Rich niggas is too busy traveling the world. That's why we can't ever come together, because rich black people is too busy traveling the world, shopping at Hermes, you know, shopping at Gucci, having sex with white women. The rich niggas is the reason why we'll never come together. You know, because they got their crumbs and they satisfied. You know, they up in the white man's government working for him and they satisfied. They done made them a couple dollars. They good to go. And these rich niggas is the reason why we will never be able to come together. And that's why Christ always went against the rich. Christ's biggest enemies was the rich of Israel, because they was always the ones stopping us from coming together, stopping us from coming up against the system. You feel me? They was always the ones doing it, man. Trying to pacify us and make us feel like it ain't that bad. You just got to work a little harder. You got to work a little harder with a fucking ankle monitor. What the hell I'm going to do with that on? I got an ankle monitor on my leg. The fuck I'm going to do? Who the fuck gonna hire me with an ankle monitor on my leg? Nobody. Who gonna give me a loan so I can start a business and I walk in the bank with an ankle monitor on? Nobody. You're gonna have a perception about me as soon as you see the fucking ankle monitor. As soon as you sit on my leg, you're gonna have a thought in your mind about me. You know, a perceived motion about me in your head because I got ankle monitor on. The little lady going to church. She's trying to go praise Jesus. You feel me? That's why I say it's two different type of Jesus being worshipped. You feel me? In these Christian churches. These black churches, these white churches, two different type of Jesus being worshipped. I'm just keeping it real.
You know, as I say that, the feeling of being enslaved.
No, that's a fact. Definitely two different Jesuses. Definitely is.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, everything is okay. Okay.
All right, it's okay. It's always okay. It's always okay. We always find a way to make it okay. That's the problem. We always try to find a way to make it's not okay. It's not okay to throw a fucking ankle monitor on your leg when they got real criminals in the White House. They got a 34-time felon in the goddamn White House. It is not okay. It is not okay for them to strap a damn fucking ankle monitor on your fucking leg when they got pedophiles in the White House, man. The hell out of here. Gotta be God's chosen people. It ain't no other way. Ain't nothing else I could think of. There's nothing else I could think of to why we would even make this okay. Why we would try to downplay this. Other than the fact we God's chosen people. And we should rule the planet. Because we got compassion. We got so much compassion that we having compassion on the motherfucker that put the ankle monitor on us. Trying to make it look stylish. That's insane. Real talk. But if I could, let's go to Baruch 3:8. All right, this is Baruch 3:8. And it say, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. That's a fact. We in our captivity. We are in slavery. Whether you like it or not, black people, we are in slavery. This is only can happen to a slave. You know how? Because Trump is rich and he don't have an ankle monitor on. But he is a pedophile. He is in the Epstein files. He is a 34-time felon. Well, thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. Right. The Lord scattered us for shame and a curse. This is a curse. What we going through? Us being scattered in these countries, these white people country, Man, we are cursed. We are cursed, man. And the Lord cursed us because we sinned against him. That's why I say that you can't say the Haitians ain't the chosen people of God. You a liar. Because why the Africans don't got ankle monitors on? Why the Chinese and the Japanese don't wear ankle monitors? Why they don't put ankle monitors on every immigrant that come into the country? Soon as you come through the metal detector, why they don't strap an ankle monitor on your damn ankle and scan it to know who you are? But they did it to the Haitians because the Haitians is the chosen people of God. And they cursed. And to be subject to payments, right? Where we owe a debt. All this embarrassment, all this stuff is happening because we owe a debt to the Most High. According to all the iniquities of our fathers, right? Of what our forefathers did. You know, we are our forefathers. And we sinned against the Lord. And because we sinned against the Lord, we paying for it now. Which departed from the Lord our God. Right. We departed from the Lord. We departed from the Lord. And the so-called white man has been the devil in our life. He's been the devil. The Lord used different nations to oppress us because we wanted to depart from him. Real talk. That's all I had on that, though.
But this brings back the feeling of being enslaved.
You know, it's this slavery has never been about black or white. It's always been about green. We were brought here to make America rich. Anybody can become rich if you enslave millions of people and they work for free for close to 300 plus years. So once we were freed, then that's when the genocide kicked in because we were no longer assets. We immediately became competition. And they decided we do not want to share this great American economic pie with you. And then that's when lynching started. That is when the incarceration started. That is when they said, okay, you can't have access to a proper education or economic inclusion, loans that are not predatory. So we won't work. We won't survive unless we become one. It won't work any other way. You need that balance so we can become one. You know, it's this slavery has never been about black or white. It's always been about green. We were brought here to make America rich. Anybody can become rich if you enslave millions of people and they work for free for close to 300 plus years. Slavery has never been about black or white.
He says slavery has never been about black or white. This Byron Allen. Byron Allen used to have talk shows and, you know, he's a comedian. He owned all kind of shit. Byron Allen is worth $1 billion. You think I'm playing when I say that rich people is the reason why we suffer? Rich black people is the reason why we suffer. You feel me? This is why. Because rich black people like him will never, ever compromise. You feel me? They will never, ever compromise what they believe for everybody else. You feel me? Rich black people like him, they will never, ever put down their beliefs for the betterment of everybody else. That's not what they're going to do. You feel me? We can't all get together because of Byron Allen. Byron Allen and men like him is the reason why black people, we can't never get it together. You feel me? Everybody keep wondering, well, what's wrong with black people? Niggas like him. What's wrong with black people? Why black people can't never get up and because of niggas like him? Because the ones that get up like him, they gonna tell us slavery was never about race. When if it ain't about race, then what the fuck was it about? Because I seen stories of niggas hanging on trees because of their race. I've seen and read stories of black people being denied loans because of their race. I've seen and read stories about black people neighborhoods being destroyed because of their race. So if Jim Crow happened because of race, stop and frisk happened because of race, eminent domain happened because of race, redlining happened because of race, but you telling me slavery was just business? It's about money. It had nothing to do with race, but everything after that had to do with race. But the slavery part, the chains, the shackles, the chattel slavery, the picking cotton, all that stuff wasn't about race. That was just about money. It was about making money. Only a fucking billionaire would say some dumbass shit like that.
Hey, as Salaki, so if I could, I think I heard General Muhammad say, I think earlier this week in class, where he was talking about, buying a whole cow, you know what I'm saying? Like the meat from a cow, that's his business. But the cow didn't approve it. The cow, you know what I'm saying? The cow didn't like it. The cow went up for it. You know what I'm saying? So like when people say it's just business, it's just business.
It's always
okay. Well, shit. If the business was the reason why it was a particular people, as in blacks, because the same stories where you heard about black people getting hung, Mexicans was getting hung too.
Mm-hmm.
The same cotton fields we was picking, Mexicans was picking them cotton fields too.
But let's talk about something else though, because what you're saying is heavy. But let's stay on top of Byron Allen. He's a billionaire. They say slavery wasn't about race; it was just about money. Let's see who he married to.
I bet it's a white woman.
Oh, you don't say. Or you do say. Or you do say. You don't say, you do say he's married to a white woman. Now you see his point. Now you see his agenda. You see why he say slavery ain't about race? Because he got a white woman in his bed. His children have a white mother who they got to grow up and look at like, damn, you enslaved my people. You lynched my people. Your people did all type of atrocities against mine. And now they at odds in the house. So to keep the family together, to keep everything cool, he got to go on the fucking news. He got to go on the news and say, hi, slavery was not about race, to keep his family together. You feel me? He got to give up his soul. You feel me? To keep his family together. But if he would have never married a white woman, he could have said the truth. He worth $1 billion. He worth $1 billion. I'm pretty sure he can lose a couple million and be all right. If he get on the news and say, man, slavery was wrong and it was about race, he lose a couple million, so what? He worth $1 billion. But he can't lose that white woman. He can't he don't want his kids to turn against him for turning up against his white woman. Real talk. This is the same old story over and over, man. You feel me? It's the same sad ass story over and over. A nigga with an average white bitch that's willing to fucking compromise his soul. You know, he willing to compromise his soul, but he don't want to compromise his business deals he got. You know, he don't want to compromise those. His children being looked at funny when they go to school. He don't want to compromise that, but he will compromise his soul just to please that white woman that's laying in his fucking bed, man. That's the reason why we can't never get together, because of rich niggas. Real talk.
That's a fact.
Every motherfucking time. Rich niggas, Martin Luther King, you want to date white women, You want to have sex with white women, but you swear they ain't gonna turn you from being black. Power to the people. You hear me? You ain't gonna turn away from being a black man. Ain't nothing gonna change about you. But then you get with the white bitch, and then you go on the news and say, hey, slavery wasn't about race. It's about money. Well, why they ain't enslaved the Chinese then? You know? Why they ain't enslaved the Irish? You know? Why when Africans come over here, they get loans. They don't deal with redlining and eminent domain, but we do. Why when the Haitians come over here, they got to wear ankle monitors? Why when the Mexicans come over here, they got to get hated, you know, and deported and ICE sent in their neighborhoods? Because Byron Allen, it's always been about race. Everything is about race. That's the reason why you got to put it on the application. That's the reason why it's on your ID. That's the reason why you have white neighborhoods and Chinese neighborhoods and black neighborhoods, because everything is about race. It's always been about race. But when you start having sex with a white dog, you will forget that. You know, you start having sex with animals, you bring fleas home. You know, you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. And now them fleas has contaminated your brain to where you don't even think slavery was about race. It was about making money. Well, if it was all about making money, why the fuck when they let us free, they wouldn't let us free? Why when they let us free, they kept fucking with us then? Why? If it wasn't about race, because it was always about race. That's the point. That was the point of it. It wasn't just about money. It was about destroying our culture. It was about destroying the people inside and out, because these are chosen people of God, and I can never let them know that. Because if they do start realizing it, then their God is coming. He's coming, and he's going to destroy us for what we did. You know, this is bigger than Nino Brown. You feel me?
Thanks.
This is bigger than Nino Brown. But he don't understand that. He don't get it because he a billionaire. But being a billionaire don't make you smart. It don't make you have common sense. You know, you got to be in the UPK to have that. That's a whole different thing. But if I could, I'm gonna read this scripture. What scripture I want? Oh yeah, you know the one I want. Deuteronomy 7:3, and it say, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, and they may serve other gods. That's what's going to happen. You want to date other women that's not of your, you know, your family? You know, you want to date women that don't look like you. Let's just keep it real. You don't want to date a woman that reminds you of your mother, your sister, your cousin, Shaquita down a block, the Brenda with the baby in the street. You feel me? You don't want to date a woman that reminds you of that. You want to date a woman that's exotic, that's foreign. And then you look up and you say slavery wasn't even a big deal. Slavery ain't come on, stop it. It was about money. It wasn't about race. That's because you got a white woman in your bed. And the Bible say, if you fucking start marrying heathens, they're going to turn you away from following the Lord. What is following the Lord? Loving yourself. And what's one of the main fucking commandments? Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's having self-pride, self-preservation. If you don't love your neighbor as yourself, you're going to love white people. You're going to love Africans, East Indians. Because if you don't love your neighbor as thyself, then that means you don't love yourself. And that's how you end up with a fucking white woman. That's how it happened. This is how it happened, man. If you marry these heathens, they're going to turn you from following the Lord, and you're going to serve their gods, which is powers and authority. What's their power and authority? The United States government. You don't want to serve the Lord, you're going to serve the United States government. You don't want a black or Hispanic or Native Indian woman, you want a white woman, well, you're going to also serve the United States government. You don't know they go hand in hand. That's just how it go. That's in the Bible. That's the old way. You feel me? You don't want to follow the old way. You want to do some new shit. And then you're going to end up in the jam. You're going to end up like this nigga. He worth $1 billion on his sounding like a idiot. And then you would think growing up, oh, you worth $1 billion. You got to be smart. You got to be. How did you get $1 billion? You got to be smart. No, you was a traitor.
Right. You got to be willing to sell your people out.
Man, that's insane, man. But yeah, that's all I had on that.
Come.
All right, we'll drop that. We'll go to the next video.
Loans that are not predatory. Slavery has never been about black or white. It's always been about green. We were brought here to make America rich. Anybody can become rich if you enslave millions of people and they work for free for close to 300 plus years. So once we were freed, then that's when the genocide.
Under President Trump, the United States will stand with the Jewish people. We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy that will prevent foreign nationals from coming to the United States to foment hatred against our Jewish community. We are holding international organizations and nations accountable for rhetoric against Israel that resurfaces in the manifesto of monsters like Iran and Sarah's killer. But we do see an eventual light at the end of this long tunnel of suffering. One can imagine a Middle East in which the Abraham Accords eventually reign. So thank you for the opportunity to address you. Under President Trump, the United States will stand with the Jewish people. We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy.
Now, hold on, wait. So under Trump, we're going to stand with Israelis. Why you say under Trump? Mark Rubio, why you say under Trump we gonna stand? So it's like Trump and Israel, they got something going on. Maybe it's something called the Epstein files. I don't know. Maybe it was something going on Epstein Island that the Jewish people got on Trump because he said under Trump. You know, he didn't say under the next president or the one after that or the one before that, but he said under Trump right now, here right now for the next 4 years. Whatever Israel with, we with. Because they got some on Trump. You feel me? They say they about to redo the visa. Come on, man, stop it. They about to redo the visa to where, look, if you coming up against Israel, we might not let you in here. You feel me? You coming up against Israel can cost you your visa. And you can't come to America if you ain't standing for Israel, if you ain't vouching for Israel. When I thought America was freedom of speech, I thought it was about freedom of speech. Ain't that one of the main topics of America? How you can come over here and say whatever you want. If you don't agree with something, you can say whatever you want. But not when it comes to the Israelis.
So First Amendment.
You can't speak against Israel. I wonder why. You feel me? I wonder why you can't speak against Israel if they so confident in their belief. You know,
right?
They so confident in themselves. You know, the president of Israel say he from the line of David. Well, if you're so sure about it, why we can't talk about it? Why we can't come up against it? You know, why we can't debate it? Why we just gotta agree with y'all and shut up? Why we gotta shut up and dribble? So like, you like how I put that in that thing?
I did like that. That was
real. If y'all so confident that y'all are the true Jews of the Bible, why can't we speak on it? Why we can't debate it? Why we can't argue it? Why do we have to just assume that y'all right? Because we know the white man ain't the real American. He's not the Native American. You know, he's not native to the Caribbean and South America. So why we can't say that y'all ain't native to Israel? Y'all wasn't even there. Y'all was in Poland and Russia. in Germany, and in America. Y'all was over here. They came over here before they went to Israel. Hold on, wait. Do people not know that the Jewish people was in America fighting against other? Man, that's why a lot of Americans would not see symbols and stuff like that, because they was against Jewish people. You feel me? They came over here before they fucking even formed the state of Israel. They was over here and oppressing other white people. Y'all ain't the fucking Jews, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell on, man.
Hey, Salaki, so it's heavy you say that too, because to add to your point you was just making, every American president since Israel became a state has backed Israel. Now, maybe not to the extent to where they was switching up visas and all that, but every American president since Israel became a state has backed Israel.
Yeah, real talk. That's a fact.
And as far as them being the people of that land, just like the so-called white people ain't the natives to this land, and why this land has been at war ever since its birth. What was it, 250 years ago? Since Israel has been born, or Israel became a state, and the Israelis took over their land, they've always been at war or rumors of war, just like America. So
Yeah, the Bible said that in the book of Exodus. He said, I will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And the Jewish people are Amalek. They are the children of Edom. They are one of the chief tribes of Esau. The fucking Jewish people are white. If they fill out a job application, they have to pick white. Because they white. Yeah, their ID says they're white. If they pull out their ID in America, it says they're white. You feel me? And now they trying to make it talking about if you say something bad about the Jewish people, your visa can be revoked. Man, look, I don't got a visa. I got a MasterCard. And I'm telling you, the fucking Jewish people is the devil the Bible speaks of. The Jewish man is not the original Jew. They converted in 740 some AD. They from the Khazarian Empire. They know that they not the Jew. That's why they call themselves Jewish.
It's like it. So they're not even Shemite.
That's why they call themselves. That's why they call themselves Israeli. They call themselves Israeli because they not really from Israel. They from Poland and Russia.
Right.
They from the caves of the Caucasus Mountains, crawling on all fours. That's them. That's who they are, man.
And it's like it's ironic how they call themselves Shemitic when they're not even from the line of Shem. Ain't they from Japhet?
No. The Ashkenazis is Japhet. I mean, the Ashkenazis,
gotcha.
But they call themselves Ashkenazi. That's more proof that they don't even know that they children have inherited lies. See, we bringing out so many precepts, I don't even know which one I want to go with. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna read no scripture because we didn't just quoted so many. It ain't even no point of reading none. They children have inherited lies, and that's in the Bible. It say that that's what was gonna happen.
Right.
That they was gonna inherit lies, and they did, because they call themselves Ashkenazi Jews. Ashkenazi is one of the sons of Japhet.
Right.
But they Esau, which is one of the sons of Shem. You feel me? From Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, and not Abraham, Isaac, Esau. You feel me? I'm so used to saying Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, Esau, because Esau and Jacob was twins in the womb.
Brother, right.
And Jacob is the 12 tribes of Israel. Esau is a so-called white man. So he's from the line of Shem, but he claimed to be Ashkenazi, which is Japhetic. Because he don't know who the hell he is, because he was living in the fucking caves for so long, he forgot.
It's like, so we know we can always go with the bread and butter. They call themselves Jews, but are not. That's what they got to say.
But that's why I said we didn't quote it so many scriptures. Reading one is really a discredit, because we didn't brought out so many to prove. You got they say they are Jews, they not. Revelation 2 and 9. You got that they inheriting lies. You got the in Exodus where Moses said they were going to have war from generation to generation. You feel me? This is insane, man. And now they trying to tell you if you speaking bad about the Jewish people, they're gonna evoke your visa. Well, like I said, I got a MasterCard. You feel me? Good luck. And I love to call and what they do when you the charges you say it wasn't you. Like that wasn't me that made that. I don't know who did that. So look, good luck. That's all I'm saying.
Like that's AI. That wasn't me. That was AI.
Yeah, that's AI. This is a bot. You feel me? It is what it is. But now we had dropped this. We'll go to the last video.
Okay.
You had graduated from a law school in South Carolina. You didn't have to take the state bar examination. You were admitted under what became popularly known as the diploma privilege. Now, when the law school at South Carolina State was created, the officials decided, well, look, we've got to do something about this diploma privilege, and so they persuaded the legislature to enact a law requiring the passing of the bar examination by all law school graduates.
Perry goes on to say that he jokes with law students and tells them to blame him for having to take the bar exam. A legislator wrote to his colleague that the requirement would bar Negroes and some undesirable whites from practicing in the state, according to Dr. William Hine, who taught history at SC State for decades. The low number of black graduates who passed the test after studying in an underfunded school with a scant library proved him correct.
History, of course, will support my assertion. You had graduated from a law school in South Carolina. You didn't have to take the state bar examination.
See, that's the thing.
You were admitted.
We had changed. We had changed everything. You know. And see, this is the reason why white people created DEI and all kind of stuff like that is because they don't want to compete. I'm just keeping it real with you. White people don't really want to compete. They don't want to stand toe to toe with black people. You know, that's why they got the Haitians wearing ankle monitors. You know, that's why they won't let us open up businesses. That's why they was doing all that redlining and eminent domain, because white people don't want to stand toe to toe with black people. Because if they stand toe to toe with black people without moving the goalposts, they're going to see we better than them. They're going to see we better than them at every fucking thing on the planet. That's why this black man said at South Carolina State University, which is a HBCU, when they started a law program, that's when they had to take the bar. Before then, they ain't have to take no bar. You pass, you graduate, you a lawyer. But because they came up with the law program at South Carolina State, that means it's a slew of black lawyers now every time graduation hit. And they couldn't hide that. That's why you had to now pass the bar. And the bar ain't just about math and science. Nigga, it's a moral test. How the fuck you gonna pass a moral test if the teacher don't agree with your morals? You gotta study for months. This shit costs money. It's trying to make you fail on purpose. The bar exam is set up so you can fail, especially if it's a moral test based off your character. You can fail just because of that. Because if you got so many black lawyers, then you got people that can defend you. You got people that can stand up for you. That's what a lawyer is for, to stand up for you. Like what's dude's name? I can't think of his name. It was a black lawyer, civil rights lawyer. He became the first Supreme Court judge. You feel me? He saved a lot of people's lives because he was a black lawyer and he fought for black people that was wrongly convicted. Real talk.
Hey, and so like so if I could add to that 2 points real quick. Like how dare black people want to have somebody to stand up for them in a system that was rigged against them? But I thought the coon ass nigga in the Uncle Tom ass nigga in the last video said it's not about race.
Mm-hmm.
So if everything ain't about race, then why, when black people want to be lawyers to help our people out, then now it's a bar exam. Now it's all about race.
Yep. Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was a black lawyer.
Yeah.
Became one of the first Supreme Court judges. And Thurgood Marshall, all he did to become that was fight black people cases for free that was wrongly convicted because of racism.
It was wrongly convicted, the niggas that was innocent.
And in South Carolina, they seen that all these black lawyers is graduating. We're gonna have to compete. People might want to hire them and not hire us, like with Johnny Cochran. Remember OJ? He fired the white dude, hired the black guy.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they had to set the bar exam, because they knew that now we got to compete. And white people don't like to compete. They don't want to compete. They just want to be in charge. They just want to accept whatever they say and what they believe because they white. But when we stand toe to toe with white people every fucking time, we better. They know we better. They women know we better. That's why they was hanging niggas. You feel me? Because everybody know we better than them. And that's the reason for racism. Why the nigga talking about slavery wasn't for racism, it was about money. It was all about racism. It was always about hate between black people and white people, because white people hated us since the womb. Since Jacob and Esau, white people hated us. You feel me? And all we doing is just living out the Bible prophecies. That's all we doing.
And so, like I said, if I could, not only do they not want to compete, but then also in that competition, that white lawyer already hate your black ass anyway. So he's not gonna fight for your dignity or your freedom. He gonna fight against you because he friends with the DA and the judge. They go play golf and drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? They don't have your best interests at hand. Where that black lawyer, he'll have that, especially back then, would have had that moral compass, that moral dignity about him. Like, hold on, he innocent. We can't convict an innocent man. You know what I'm saying? That like just like the whole everybody's morals was different. You know what I'm saying? Black people even had better morals back then, because now rich niggas that are lawyers, they don't give a fuck about black people no more either.
At all.
They done made it.
Mm-hmm. And this black person right here, and he's so solid though, because he even said that he's the reason why if you black in South Carolina and you have to take the bar exam, it's because of him. You feel me? It's his fault. You know, but he's saying it like in a good way, because he's just saying like, nigga, I paved the way. You feel me? We in South Carolina where niggas got lynched for fun.
Right.
But in this HBCU, they was graduating so many lawyers, you know, that the state had to say, hold on, wait, it's too many black lawyers. You know, we'll let y'all be clerks and work in offices and assistants, but it's too many real black lawyers. We got to set the bar exam now.
Right.
The bar exam costs money, it's months of studying, and it's a moral test too. And you can't fucking teach morality, because the white man don't have none.
Right.
He has no morality. So the morality that you grew up on, he could say, nah, he shouldn't be a lawyer because of this, because of that. Just making up stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Just trying to make it harder for you to be a lawyer. Real talk. Can't have nothing. They don't want us to have nothing.
Nothing. Right. Real
talk. But if I could, I'm gonna read this scripture. We're gonna close it out with this. This Jeremiah 49:9. It say, if great gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? And that's true though, because they talking about the so-called white man. They talking about the oppressor. They talking about how if somebody came to gather grapes, they would leave some. They wouldn't take them all. You know, they wouldn't take all of them, because that's just how it is. You know, you leave some on the ground, now more grapes gonna grow. You know, you leave some oranges and apples on the ground, now some gonna grow. That's why eventually the apples and stuff fall out the tree, and if don't nobody eat it, it's gonna go into the soil and then create a whole new tree. Because that's just regeneration. That's how it's supposed to go. It's about not being greedy. You feel me? But not the so-called white man. If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. That's the thing, though. If thieves come, they not gonna take the paint off your walls. You know, they gonna come steal some shit, but they ain't gonna take the damn windows and the floor tile. But the so-called white man would. You know, that's the thing about him. He's gonna take everything. He don't want us to be lawyers. He want it all for himself. You know, he don't want us doing real estate. He want that for himself. It's some offices that the so-called white man, he don't want nobody else doing but him. Because if he was a grape gatherer, you know, he would not leave no grapes. If he was a thief coming in your crib, he's still in the paint off the wall. You know, he need the paint. He need the floor tile. He need the doorknobs. He's not leaving nothing. And that's the reason why black people couldn't even just have this. We couldn't have this. He couldn't leave that. Nah. He need ends on this. You know? You gotta pay your way to get this. You ain't finna just get this because you graduate. You know, most people graduate and you got the job. You know? You graduate, you get the job. You a carpenter, you know, you electrician, you a nurse, whatever. You graduate, you get the fucking job. Not a lawyer. They wanted to keep that between themselves. That's why if you graduate, you couldn't just become a lawyer. You had to take the bar exam now. Because there was too many black people graduate. Just too many. He couldn't leave nothing for us. Only thing he left for us was the hood, was the ghetto. That's it. That's what he left for us. Real talk. Yeah, but that's all I had on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll drop that. Well, that's in this night's podcast. You feel me? Tune in every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. How about Shemar Sharbarka Thumb?